I'm Sean Fernandez. I'm the CIO at Roller. The SRE teams, cloud infrastructure and security teams report to me. Roller, as a software company, it's our mission to, facilitate leisure and entertainment attractions and bring in a technology to improve the world from the guest experience. And how we do that is we deliver a SaaS platform that takes care of payments, takes care of venue management software, their e-commerce website. The SaaS platform that we've built and customers use, it runs their core business. It's the lifeblood of their business. And we kind of appreciate the fact that we want to, the whole mantra of the company is to bring happiness to the world by enabling our customers deliver this value. And based on that, we have a really high SLA. We make sure our maintenance is really tight. We make sure we still deliver on as close to 99.99% availability. But then on the other side of incident management, sometimes being the lifeblood, of these particular venues, especially having an incident during a peak time, we know what it looks like to them. We know that our customers have guests trying to log in. There are kids screaming, they want to go and play, they want to do stuff. And if their point of sale doesn't work and they can't use this, it goes against our entire mission. We started in Australia and we support customers globally. We've just actually, a few weeks ago, hit 2,000 customers globally, leisure entertainment businesses, from theme parks to inflatable worlds to trampoline parks and everything in between. 2,000 customers, 55% based out of the US and another 35% out of EMEA, and the rest in Australia and Asia and a few other places. So we're expanding globally very quickly. At the moment, we only have 3 offices, but our expansion goals are actually pretty significant over the next couple of years. And to facilitate that, the majority of our team, so we're talking about a handful of engineers that are SREs that manage all these incidents, manage all our infrastructure, their cloud and security, depending on what day it is. And so we couldn't, we don't have the specialist team to use specific incident portals that are independent from each other. We use one for everything. So security, developers, data, platform, it's all within the same portfolio, within the same workflows that we use. And so when we generate a incident, and really, we can actually just trigger the single point of call to all these different teams and different escalation points and different workflows based on whatever those particular squads require. From our incident management standpoint, where we came from, obviously we were using some of the big tools out there at the time, and there was a lot of heavy lifting to customize them to how we actually wanted to work. And the tools themselves were leaning towards you need to use the tool rather than just use your normal workflow. And naturally, the majority of our team works heavily inside Slack. And Slack became an almost de facto of how we track our tasks, how do we track our incidents, how we raise and escalate and bring in bridges and so on. And this is even before Slack huddles. We'd still use Slack for everything in there. And we were almost on the path of building something similar to Rootly, where we had these integrations, and I think that's how we discovered you, and realized that this is a tool that actually does it all for us, and there's an entire product team building exactly what we want. Let's engage and see how far we can get. And once we implemented it, it was exactly what we wanted. In an incident, you're on the coal face. A lot of the times, regardless at what seniority level you are, you kind of can actually assist in resolving an incident. So everyone's on the tools, and people usually forget to then refer back to communications, to the CS teams, to the status page. Things like that just get dropped, and regardless of where there are, and you can rattle them off straight away, 5 to 6 different locations that need to be updated, you will forget at least one of them. And then while the incident may be remediated within a really quick SLA, you may not have updated the SLA somewhere else. And we were noticing that happening quite a lot. So the simple fact, when you create an incident, the different checklists and the SLAs and the reminders are actually quite useful, because you need that little automation help to kind of get you off your mind away from, trying to remediate an incident and actually, follow up with customers, follow up with your CS team, and follow up the status pages. Postmortems used to take 2 or 3 people, and we'd create 2 different types of postmortems, one for the project managers to actually generate the activities that need to happen, one with the technical side of what the incident looked like, and then probably a less technical output document, and that would then turn into the incident report that we'd publish if it was required. And that all took a lot more heavy lifting. The hardest part of it all was to figure out the timelines. Because we were using Slack, and because there wasn't a single Slack channel for a source of truth, you'd end up having multiple conversations in multiple channels. I could easily say that there was probably an 80% saving, just because it would require everybody on an incident, and there's usually a developer, a SRE team, a tech lead, a project manager. Each one of those people would have to check all those channels to make sure that the information was correct. So all of them would have to re-review this incident report, the activities that took place, and then correct it. So that's at least an hour or 2 of work. Now, we don't have to worry about that. We got in pretty early, so we got to meet everyone as the company grew and kind of scaled. I have to say, the engagement with you guys, it's been, every new feature comes out, it's almost something that we ourselves were like, oh, this is fantastic. So there's definitely, you're always a little bit one step ahead. So that's been, so as far as Rootly and its growth journey has been amazing. The The other side, from the partnership side, it's very open, very easy to communicate with you guys every time we have a problem with something, or if we notice that there is a slightly better way or a sticking point, somebody's always very quick to react and improve our experience with using your platform. This was even prior to having a local Australian team. We're on the other side of the world, we usually get forgotten about, but you guys have been on top of it, so it's just been excellent.